Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
He was hovering it in game 1. Wanted to see him play it again, but once again, he will hover and then go Viego alongside of the Ahri. This is exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Did not get denied, and so it will be played. Might just want to give this one up into the Renekton. In goes the Renekton. That is going to be stolen by Pyosik as the Devour is used onto the Croc, and Kana's getting so much value in this early skirmish, as you would expect of a Renekton. As I was talking about, Beryl now is going to be the third casualty at the end of this one, just going to be handed over to Dread. So yes, DRX get the Rift Herald, but they lose everything else.
Shot is still very, very big as again.
Yes, no flash onto BDD, but there is Snowflower coming on in, and he is trying his best to keep him alive. The stopwatch value, it gets so much here as BDD will eventually go down, but it buys the time for his team to come in and just collect 2 kills and pass go. That's going to be one-handed game. He's going to drink an entire turret as well. This is after the plates go down, but he got at least 3 and maybe 4. Name has not mattered at all. What I said before earlier on in this game was very true, where basically the bot laners didn't do much. Until the first Herald fight, I guess.
Still not going to feel very fair, as you see the 1-4 or 1-3-1, whichever they end up opting into, pressure from Nongshim.
Beryl just going to flash away from that one, and it looks like now we're just going to hunt for this mid turret. The next objective, Ghost, just going to chip away at this one, and DRX say, well, we can't do much about that. Beginning. Deft using that just to get some vision. Dread is right here with the Weaver's Wall. Unfortunately, doesn't do too much because DRX are still very close to this one as they do try to collapse onto the Renekton. And the angle is good here from Kingin. Deft over the wall is getting some serious Zeri value, at least onto BDD, in terms of zoning him away. Pyosik gonna miss that stun as the Heartbreaker also doesn't do much, but Deft is just left by himself, and BDD cannot isolate him by himself, so eventually, the Zeri just gets insane value. And I think we can have a certified Zeri moment because Deft does over 5,000 damage and is now potentially going to be a huge terror in this game.
Oh, collapse.
Yeah, it's not done yet either. Ghost gets kind of zoned by the Extendo Beam, and they are forced into a fight in which Kana does eventually go down.
Don't pick Silver Blind, leave Zeri open for good 80 carries. Is one that will be echoed by many, because that was definitely a big mistake.
Nothing to see here, as it doesn't look like they're going to see much here as the damage is into a Tom Kent's, though, as the Crown gets some good value here for BDD. Now the turnaround is coming in. The Talia damage is there. They're able to chip away at that front line, and now the Sivir damage is coming in, but Deft is still alive, able to tank there on the backside, and now the front line of Nongshim has gone down 2 members to only the 1 of DRX so far.
Nongshim feeling obliged to try and check it out. We'll spot them now.
They're coming on in here. Ghost is trying to frontline a little bit as Pyosik is taking huge damage. So is King, and Ghost is chipping away at those health bars. He will take down Zeka. He flashes away from the Qs. He gets the one onto him, but eventually it is Pyosik who takes him down and collects 1,000 gold as well. Procced here by BDD, doing a good job, as he still has his crown. This is identified. They know this has happened. The flash comes in. They're trying to get out to Ghost, but the Devour is huge. And the rocks on the ground from Talia are also fantastic for denying this engage. But Deft has ulted up Zeka on the run here. He's trying to Foxfire his way to that speed to get away. It is not going to be enough. And they do chase down the Ahri for the only kill in the fight.
And unlike the previous game where you could pile onto Ghost and there was no one to save him, Snowflower every single time says, that's my snack, thank you very much. Not letting anyone have him. And as a result, now, Nongshim starting up the Baron, teleport's coming in.
We'll see if this works out. They do have a nice... Oh, God! Cover your eyes. That was just disgusting. Is it enough to stop them from doing the Baron? That might be if the first one wasn't. Dread is just going to smite it just to try to survive as stopwatch. Going to get him a lot of value, but here comes so many low health bars. There's the Solar Flare, and now the fight is turning around in favor of DRX. Deft doesn't really have the angle, though. So who comes out of it here for the moment, but it's still advantage Nongshim. They're going to run down this Ocean Soul. They should be able to take it here for free.
And Nongshim, they might be locked out of playoffs, but that's not going to stop them from wanting to win this game ever so desperately. Starting to look like a trade. I don't know if Dread and Kana can actually make it here in time.
Yeah, they identify, okay, they're not waiting in a brush. BDD, no flash. Charm is on to Snowflower, but they just want to get the Baron and get out. And they absolutely this is just allowing Deft to shell free damage into a Renekton. They do take down this turret eventually, but it's a trade at the end of the day. Again, uncontested here for Sekta.
Yeah, even trade.
And Nongshim, they gotta pull a trigger. They can't just sit here and wait and get in unfortunate position. As there's more. Dread is down underneath half health as the ults are coming out, just trying to zone now. Zeft is over the wall, Deft rather, as he tries to get in there, and he's going to eventually slay them, but down goes Leona, and it comes down to the Elderfoot, but this one is going to go to Dread on the Talia. As we have teleports coming in, we've got a Zeri with some space, but not quite enough, as in goes, oh wait, he's living, he's trying to get some lifesteal in.
Oh.
And okay, it's 3 people with Elder, right? No way that Zeri wins, right? Okay, they actually do kill him, and that is going to be the death of the Zeri. Only 12,000 damage done in that fight, as Nongshim going to be looking to push now with their Elder Drake.
And Deft did more damage in that fight than some champions do over the course of an entire game, Valdez, but it might still not be enough. Elder buff now available. And Nongshim gonna bring us to game number 3.
It's a smite on the cannon. It's Elder kill onto the Sejuani, but they cannot kill the last turret. Pyosik is trying to grab this, but Ghost is actually a raid boss. And I think now with this second wave coming in, it should be enough. Nongshim will bring us to a game number 3. It will happen in this series as down goes the Nexus. And Nongshim, right after they lost all chance of making